Okay, so for the heights, that's pretty obvious. You have 11 to 33, it's 1 to 3 ratio. But when you look at the areas, this is something that you guys might, I think you guys were okay with this. Actually, on the test that we had last time, you guys were okay with this. But just so you understand why it's 1/9, or why you square 1/3. If I were to find the area of the first trapezoid, you guys hopefully remember the formula for traps. If not, it's okay. We'll always give it to you. 1/2 times the base, 1/2 times the sum of the bases times the height. So I'll call it area 1. Area 2 is going to be the bigger trapezoid, 1/2. And since everything's getting tripled, naturally this would be 60 and 90, right? Because you have to maintain that ratio for all the sides. You have this, right? Well, if you think about it, aren't you doing 1/2 times 50 times 11? I don't have to calculate it, but if you do, you would get, I think, 275, if I'm not mistaken. Here you have 1/2 times 150 times 33. Notice what happens. That's a tripling. You go from 50 to 150 to go from 11 to 33. You're tripling twice. So you multiply by 3 twice. Why would you multiply by 3 twice? 3 times 3 is, that's why it's 1/9. That's why it's worth. So, because area is a two-dimensional thing, and each dimension gets tripled, it's not a tripling of the area. It's actually a 9-fold increase for the area. So just be mindful about that, that whatever the scale factors or zoom factor for the sides, you square that to get the ratio of the areas. We'll talk more about that in the second semester for sure. But just want to make sure we're clear on that. 48 should have been fine. Those two have to 90 for part A. Those are the same as alternate interior angles. Those are okay for 48. Yeah. For 50, draw it. This is what we're working on today. You're going to be doing word problems like this on this worksheet I gave you. The worksheet I gave you says clinometer, where you use a little contraption, you can look through a straw and measure like the angle of elevation to like the top of a structure. That's what we're doing today. So Leon, his angle of sight to the bird is 22 degrees, but his eyes are 5.2 feet above the ground. Okay, great. So you have to start from the eyes, go straight this way, and then look up to the top of something. So what you're really solving for is not this whole thing, but you're really solving for this. You're really solving from here to here to what trig function it relates that side to that side, opposite to adjacent. Tan, correct. So you can use tangent 22 x over 60, great, got that. But that's not going to be how tall the pole is. That's just a portion of the pole. The pole is really that distance plus your height. So you have to add 5.2. So that's why we do that. So, or you could initially call that x plus 5.2 if you want. You got it also if you want, I guess. But then, it's just all adjusted. You can do that as well. That's another way to approach the problem. But yeah, so you get that for that problem. What do we got next? One sec here. 22 degrees, x plus 5.2. Actually, no, never mind. You want to keep this as x, because if you did start, that was, hopefully you guys didn't pay attention to what I said the last 30 seconds. Hopefully you guys didn't catch that. Okay. I said something really bad. I said you can make this x plus 5.2. You can't do that. If I did make this x plus 5.2, then I have to start the angle of elevation from the ground. And that angle will be larger. It wouldn't be 22 degrees. So very important that we're very accurate. If you're starting from your eye height and looking up, you're only going to solve for that side, and then add 5.2 afterwards. So just do it this way. Just do it that way. That's the way you want to do it. For 63, that's pretty straightforward. You can use tangent to solve for the horizontal side, or you can use like sine if you want. And then you can do Pythagorean theorem to get the missing side, or you can just use trig for all two sides. It's up to you how you want to do it. For 83, another word problem. So apparently this plane flies over 120-foot tower, has 50 feet of clearance. So you want to find what's the minimum distance it could have. So you solve for the height of the structure first, the tower, by doing you have to do 120 plus 150. So it's 170. There you go. So it's really 170 over x equals tan 11. You solve for x. And the way you're going to solve for x, multiply both sides by x and then divide by tan 11. Because it's variable it's solving for is actually a denominator. 85 is just old stuff. Don't forget it that the longest side has to be less than some of the other two sides. So 20 is not okay. It's too big. It's got to be less than 17. 97A is just Pythagorean theorem twice. Do it once, get 5. Do it again, get 13. For part B, you have alternate interior angles twice, 35, 35. So you have 65 there. So that missing angle for the triangle should be 80. So X is also 80 using alternate interior angles. And then for the chapter 5 stuff, you use sine to get Y, do cosine to get X, or you do Pythagorean theorem as well. Lastly, for 8, if a shape has 4 equal sides, it cannot be parallelogram. That's false. It has 4 equal sides as a square or rhombus. Those are parallelograms. They're special parallelograms. If tan theta is more than 1, then the angle must be more than 45 degrees, of course. Because if you have 45 degrees, guess what? There's also 45 degrees. What does that mean about the two sides opposite of them? They're the same. Yep, they have to be the same. So right now, the tangent's 1. But if the tangent's more than 1, let's say call us y, where y is bigger than x, in order for that to happen, this angle has to increase. That's why it's true. And then if two angles formed when two lines are cut by a transversal corresponding, they're they're congruent. They would be if those two lines are parallel. Were we told that the two lines are parallel? We were not. So we can't assume that. So be mindful about that as well. Okay, any questions?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So for the clinometer thing, what you guys gonna be working on, we're gonna take some measurements before we head out. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, first off, we are gonna have a quiz, a homework quiz on Friday. The homework quiz is just gonna be just checking to make sure you're understanding what we've done in homework recently. So I want to make sure you guys can do trig stuff, like solving for missing sides and angles. So something like 63, I think would be a good one, right? Like, oh, find me what this angle, find what these two sides are. I think that's fair, right? So something like this here, like 63, make sure you're comfortable with that. And something like a word problem, like 50, because we're gonna be working on that today. Just making sure you're comfortable doing that. So I'd say these are the two problems we really want to focus on for the homework quiz on Friday. Now we work 10 points. I'll go to homework categories. Is that your question, Anthony?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew your question. So okay. Yeah, Patrick.
Will it be like the same as the test, like
Yeah, so similar to a test question.
like in rows, and it's gonna be like time?
I'm pretty lax with the time of homework quizzes. We'll do it near the end of class. I'll give you guys 10 minutes, but if you need a little more time than that, that's fine. I think we have community life on Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah, does anyone know what that's about?
no idea.
Oh, okay. It's all good. Anyhow, so that's the homework quiz. Now for the field trip, because it's fun. What you're gonna do is you and your person you're sitting next to, you're gonna go to the back. You see like the cabinet's got boards on them. You can see there's like tick marks. You're gonna measure your eye height. So you're gonna do this, right? Like I'm gonna I'll just do myself some important. Maybe Anya could leave. So my eyes are right here. I can't see. So Anya, where's my eye? Where are my eyes gonna be? Okay, good. So yeah, I'm not 5'3", by the way. I'm 5'8", but yeah, I've been funny to 6'7", right? Anyhow, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna stand next to that those boards there, whatever, and you're gonna face it, and your partner's gonna write down what your eye height is off the ground. So it's not your height, it's your eye height off the ground, and it's gonna be in inches, but we want to convert it to feet because when we go out to the football field, like, do they measure like all the stuff in like what we football fields measure in what? Yards, right? How many feet in a yard? 3. We're still going to use feet though because it'll be easier to work with. So we want to convert our height to feet. So yes, you'll measure your eye height in inches, but then we'll divide it by 12, right? Because how many inches to a foot? 12. So for example, I'm 63. My eye height is 63 inches, right? But if I divide it by 12, I'll get 5.25 feet. So you would want to record that for yourself. Once we have that figured out, then we're gonna head out to the football field. But just so you know, we head out to the football field, what you're gonna do is we're gonna be looking at 3 different things. We're gonna walk out to the middle of the field. Mr. Davis' class can go out as well, so we're gonna have a lot of people there, which will be really fun. We're gonna go the flagpole on the visitor side. We're gonna stand a certain distance away. We're gonna look at how tall the flagpole is. But in order to figure out the height of the flagpole, you have to figure out the angle first. Then we're gonna go to the other side of the field, the field house, which is where our home site is, where we have the stands. We're gonna look at certain structures on the field house, and we're gonna measure that angle. Then we're gonna look at the goalposts, and we're gonna measure. We're gonna stand the 20-yard line. By the way, for those who play fantasy football or know football well, if you kick a field goal from 20 yards, how long is that field goal? Good. Why is it 30? Because the end zone's in that 10 yards. Good. How many feet is that going to be? 90 feet. Good. So, so we're going to be saying 90 feet away from the goalpost, and we're going to measure the angle from our eyes to the crossbar. The crossbar is like the horizontal part of the field goal post, and then the top of the field goal post as well. So we're gonna be I'll help you guys out if you guys are stuck on that stuff. Once we have those measurements taken care of, then we're gonna come back and you're gonna actually do these calculations with the angles you measured, with your eye height, with the other distances that I'll tell you guys, and we're going to what was I gonna say? We're gonna find the measurements of all these things. One thing that Davidson should have actually, one other thing we need to do here, you might need to record this before we do your eye height. Hold on a sec. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I need to talk to Mr. Davidson because there's certain distances we need to. I'll talk to Mr. Davidson about that because I need to give you that distance, but I don't know that distance, so that's okay. We'll figure out when we get out there. All right, so why don't you guys line up and start measuring your eye heights, and have your partner record it for you.
Okay.
His eye height, not his eye height. No, Braden, his eye height. Okay. Okay, and then once you're done, we're gonna head out to the football field. Are you right at the top?
Like right. Yeah. Uh, 62. Or no, 64.
What was that?
And I was 64. Yeah.
What was my head?
64 feet. Oh, it's 64 inches. You have to do it by 12.
Yeah, so that should be what's your eye height? 69 would be 5.75. 64 should be 5.33.
64 divided by half.
You're 61.5 or 61. That's a weird decimal.
68.
5.08. 68. 5.67. You like that? All right. All right. Once everyone's ready, we're gonna head out.
What's 64?
5.33.
Can we just divide it by 12?
Yeah. Okay. When you guys head out, you do need a pencil. Bring the worksheet. Bring the clinometer. You may even want to bring like maybe something hard like a binder or a notebook, so when you write down, you can actually write down nicely.
Are we doing inches or?
Big,
No, 5-1.
Hold on, wait, guys, I'll go with you guys, no, just wait, what's that?
Not sure what that is. That's like.
What's that?
Cool, I'm
Divided
just
by
in my-
12 should be, 4.67?
I'll just stand straight. tall.
No, 4.83, hold on, wait. 58, yeah, 4.83.
Okay, we guys leave, let's leave, so let's leave quietly. Other classes are going on. Some people are having a test across the hall.
Round it up. If I was in the half, would that like mess it up a lot?
It's not gonna be perfectly accurate, it's fine,
Yeah, better.
It's
it's fine.
How hot, how many, is 71 inches?
That would be,
I have the,
Alright.
5.92.
And then I'm not.
Yeah, you're probably the tallest one, Braden.
No, which is, no, cause Atlas 71, but I feel like he's taller.
I'm taller than five.
And then I'm taller than 6.08. Whatever.
I mean, it's not exact. It's not taller, 5'2". What? My eyes. That. That's why I'm 5'6". You're 5'4", man. You are 5'4". You're not percent 5'. Oh. Shoot. 10 minutes. Darn it. No, I mean, one. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's see. Yeah, I can get it. Actually, I think I can. Perfect time, man. Yeah, like. I was like, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do one of the calculations for someone in this group.
You can do ours.
I'll do yours.
All
All right.
Wait,
All right,
does it
so-
not have like,
So let's do it. Let's do it for, no, you tell me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to show you how you're going to go about calculating number one. We'll only go about 5 minutes. We'll do more of this on Friday for sure.
like right now?
No, 30. Did I have it wrong? Oh,
Looks like we gotta go.
Sorry about it. That's kind of easy. Okay. So, Emily, what was your eye height?
5.25.
Okay, 5.25 for Emily. Okay. And then how far are we standing from the flagpole? 70. Okay. What was your angle? I know. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do for Emily is we're gonna draw a little stick figure for her. Okay, so here's Emily. Here's the ground. Here's the flagpole, right? There's the flagpole. Now her eye height, I'm gonna draw a new horizontal line. Okay. I'm gonna draw her hypotenuse. Nope, that's not gonna be good. All right, here we go. Okay, right angle. Now this was 25 degrees, right? This was 70. This distance I'm going to call X. Okay, I'm going to call that X. And of course, this distance, which I'll use a new color. But you do it for yourself, though. This is for Emily, clearly, right? So whatever your distance was from the flagpole, put that down. Whatever your angle was, put that down. Whatever your eye height is, put that down. These three numbers are unique to you. Except for this one. This one might be shared with some people, but that's gonna be your unique angle, your unique eye height, and this is yours for the flag test. When you solve it, I'll do this. Tangent of 25 degrees. Tangent, because you have opposite and adjacent, equals whatever what. Tangent 25 equals whatever what. X or 70, perfect. You solve for it by doing this. Use a calculator, of course.
What is, oh, geez.
That's 10. So 70. Make sure you're in degree mode, very important. That's 32.64 feet. However, I have to also add the 5.25 feet. So in Emily's case, she has a flagpole that's tall. I'll kind of tell you right now, it's actually that's an overestimate.
Over.
Yeah, so your angle's fine a little off. It's okay. It's all right. It should be a little small on that. That's
I think
okay.
it was my height thing because I rounded up, so.
Perhaps, maybe.
Number.
So anyhow, that's how you do the first calculation. The other calculations we'll talk about in class on Friday. The homework, however, is that other worksheet I gave you guys that has something circled and crossed out. That's the true homework. If you want to do this field trip climbing thing at home, you can. But we're gonna do it in class on Friday. We'll have a lesson on Friday as well and a homework quiz as well. Okay. All right.
Wait, this Friday we have a homework with?
Yeah.
Wait. Keep going.
Yeah, I just like.
Oh,
great.
That's all.
We got any homework over Thanksgiving break?
To review for the retake, you should do some work. The like the radical stuff and the proportions. You should at least start reviewing for the test. I'll give you a review packet. You should do some. I would. It'd be a good idea too. I'll make sure you have those materials though. Yeah, everything we done this semester.
Here's the part of it though. This weekend. I am. Hey, Anthony. You should make a copy. Where are you done moving? Here's. Here's. Are you done for the week? No. Thank you. Wait, is she nice? Just be nice.
Are you free to come by for office hours today?
Yeah.
Yeah, come by.